Hello to you. Welcome to another wonderful episode of Beyond Borders on Channel 1 TV. My name is Caleb Kuda. We're in Nairobi, Kenya. We're interacting with more Ghanaian entrepreneurs, business people, and people in the public space who are doing amazing things here in Kenya. Today, my guest is David Kobla Sosa. He's 61. The last time he came to Ghana was 21 years ago. He was born here. His dad played a critical role in the pre-colonial era. In fact, the British authorities, Ghana and Gold Coast at the time, Kenya, were all colonized by the British, right? So his dad played a critical role within the British government's colonial government. So we'll be finding out from him what role that was and what he's been doing with his life. He says he's from the Volta region, precisely Sokwe. Does he know the closest town to Sukwe? Is he still in touch with his roots? We'll find out from David Kobla Sosa when we are back.
Life is a celebration of moments, big and small.
The sun is scorching, I'm feeling the heat.
With Piva Drink, every moment becomes a refreshing celebration. From the beach to your home, in every corner of your world, Piva Drink adds a burst of refreshment.
Give me Piva cocktail and tangerine.
Celebrate every moment with Piva Drink. Refreshment for every occasion. Piva Drink, a taste you will love.
P for Piva.
This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back. This is Beyond Borders on Channel 1 TV. My name is Caleb Kuda, hanging out with David Kobla Sosa in Nairobi. Thank you for having us, sir. It's good to have you.
Thank you.
So, where in Nairobi specifically are we?
We're in the Kilimani area of Nairobi, and I also don't stay very far from here.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sound Kenyan, more Kenyan than Ghanaian.
Probably the reason being I was born here in Kenya,
Right.
and I grew up here. I schooled in Kenya.
Okay.
I grew up here, and maybe that influence has drained my
Ghanaianness.
But my mother is still alive. She's over 90.
Right.
She still cooks apla.
Apla?
She cooks banku.
At 90?
Okra soup. Yes, she does. She
still makes apple?
Yes.
How did you say that again?
Apple. Her kokonte. She makes her jollof.
Wow.
She makes her groundnut soup.
Wow.
And light soup, palm nut soup,
Right.
and so forth. She's very much in touch with her food. She also is good with the Kenyan foods, but she prefers her Ghanaian foods.
Which of the Ghanaian meals is your favorite?
Well, I like the groundnut soup and kokonte.
I see.
Yeah.
You call it here G-nut soup.
Well, yes, Kenyans would call it that.
G-nut soup.
G-nut soup.
Okay.
Yes.
That's interesting. It means that food is an integral part of one's culture. So in handing down an identity and culture to the other generation, food is one of the big ones, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah. Food, yes, I think it is because I can make jollof. myself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can make the groundnut
Which
soup
of the
myself.
jollof you make? Ghana jollof or
Ghana,
Kenyan jollof?
Ghana jollof, but I can make also the pilau, which is similar.
Pilau.
Yes,
I've heard
yes,
pilau is
yes.
what's close to jollof.
Yes,
I
it's
see.
yeah, it is quite close and very very tasty. It's a coastal food. Yeah.
Who was your father?
My father was Emmanuel Hamuji Sosa, and he came here in 1947. He worked for the colonial government, and he, after his service with the colonial government, of course, prior to that, he was with the British Army.
Right.
Then he moved. After the Second World War, of course, he worked with the colonial government, and he was brought here.
So he fought in the Second World War.
Yeah, he fought in the Second World War, alongside very many Ghanaians and Nigerians. Most of he'll talk a lot about Burma and other places that they were sent to. So after the war, he went to England, to the UK, and he was working with the government, and they brought him to work in their offices in Kenya. But of course, as patriotic as he is, he remained a Ghanaian, and he went home and brought his wife.
I see.
Yeah, he brought and married her here.
Okay.
Yeah, from all the way from Sope.
I see.
And married her here. And I was born here 61 years ago.
Wow.
And I schooled here. We were 4 boys in our family. 2 passed on. My older brother and the third born passed on. The third born passed on 21 years ago.
Wow.
Or 22 years ago. And the oldest passed on 2 years ago here in Burundi. It was during the COVID time.
Right.
Yeah. So he passed on. He was married. His wife is a Ghanaian.
Right.
And
your wife is not?
My wife is a Kenyan.
Kikuyu?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So what role did your dad play when he was posted to Kenya?
It was administrative, in many administrative areas, the colonialists, wherever they asked him to go, within the Republic he went. Yes, within their protectorate. Yeah,
more appropriately.
Yes.
He was also a businessman.
Yes, he was a businessman. Established a company called Golf. Of course, first a farmer, then a businessman. So he established what you call Golf Options Kenya Limited. If you look at
Golf Options Kenya Limited.
Yes, which if you look around Kenya, most of the golf courses were his doing.
Wow.
Yeah, he
built the golf courses.
Yes, he built the golf courses.
So we went to where the Kenyan Trade Fair Center is.
Yes.
I saw a golf course there.
At the Trade Fair Center?
There's a golf course somewhere before you enter the trade fair.
Or that probably at Railway. This is Railway. That one was built long time ago. I think it was in the
1902, I think.
1902.
Because the park itself was built in 1902.
Around there.
Wow.
Yes.
So what are some of the golf courses in Kenya that your dad built?
Okay, he did the rebuild of Muthaiga Golf Club.
Muthaiga.
Yes.
That's like the plush area.
Yes.
Because that's where I think the Ghana High Commission
is.
Yes. With Muthaiga Golf Course.
Yes, that was the rebuild because it was also built before he came to Kenya.
So he renovated it.
Yeah, they call it a total rebuild.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just as he was passing away, he started doing the Windsor Golf and Country Club.
Windsor Golf and Country Club.
Yeah, but he passed on, so we continued and we built it because we were all, we were in the business.
All of you, his 4 sons.
Yes.
You're all in the same business.
We're in the same business.
So the business is still thriving now.
Yes, it still thrives. Post my dad. We did the Ngong Racecourse we designed and built, and then we have thicker greens. We did. There are not too many golf courses. It takes 10 years to build a golf course. I mean, before you can get somebody who wants a golf course built, or maybe even 20 years.
What?
So it's not something that you build every day. So
10 years.
it can take 10 years before somebody wants a golf course, before a new golf course comes up.
Wow.
Yeah, but it takes about 2 to 3 years to build a golf course, complete
Wow.
a golf course. And, there are many facets in it. Kenya hosts world-class championships, golf championships. The golf courses are world-class standards. If in comparison to what I saw in Ghana, Kenya is really got high-end golf courses.
When was the last time you visited a golf course in Ghana?
Last month.
What was the state of that?
Well, the maintenance is okay, but to me, I feel the golf courses are not. They're still substandard. Yes, they're still substandard. They need more doing.
What did you see that makes it substandard? What is
I
lacking?
I felt the fairways were too narrow, and it wasn't competitive or challenging enough. Yeah, they were not challenging enough. But I was surprised to see that the golfing fraternity in Ghana is really grown. There's quite a lot of people playing golf in Ghana, which is interesting. That shows the need to create more modern golf courses. Yes.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
And then your other business interest.
I have other business interests.
And
Yeah.
we'll get into all that and
Yeah.
how you're trying to get back to Ghana.
Yes.
Because I understand that you've tried to ship, for want of a better word, Kenyan business people to Ghana, try to build that community and relations, keep that going. That's interesting. I'll ask you about that. But tell me about growing up in Kenya. How was that like?
Oh, it was okay. I think I don't have any regrets growing up in Kenya. It was good, and I have a lot of friends in Kenya, and we just live like brothers and sisters.
Give me a typical childhood of a child in Kenya 61 years ago, maybe 62, 60, 50 years ago. How was it like growing up? How was Kenya like? Was it as it is today? And what were some of the memories you built?
Well, most of my life I've lived in, actually, all my life I've lived in Nairobi.
Okay.
Apart from when I went out of Kenya to study.
Right.
But during the time I was growing up in Kenya and schooling, it was normal. I didn't see anything challenging, or nothing was that difficult. There were no real hard times until maybe recently. Recently, there's the economy has changed a little bit, and there's a bit more strain. But I think I lived a normal life like any other person would have lived. Yeah.
What did you enjoy most growing up?
Well, I played rugby. I played a lot of rugby. Did a bit of motorcycles sports. I did a bit of motocross. Yeah. So
Who were some of your mates in these times? You remember them?
well,
They're still around?
some of them are here. Some of them are not here. Some of them are not in the country. Some of them are, a lot of the people, the ones you're saying that I grew up with in the sports, a lot of them are not here. They're outside, and some of them are late.
Okay.
But we had a good time.
Which of them do you remember? They might just see this video and remember you.
Well, one who was doing motorsports, a closest friend, he's no longer there. He's gone.
Right.
Yeah. The others are in other countries. We have Brian Billy, Johnny Billy. They are not. We grew up together in the same estate, and we were doing motorsports together. They're not. They one is in Zimbabwe, and the other one is in the UK.
Right.
So they are scattered.
You mentioned that growing up was much easier than now. That the economic times are tough in Kenya.
They are a bit tough.
What is accounting for this?
Well, it's inflation. Definitely, inflation is a significant factor in hardship seeping in, and that cost of living also goes up. So it's a factor.
I can imagine you travel around Africa a lot.
Yes, I've traveled quite a bit in Africa.
Tell me some of the places you've been to.
I've been to Tanzania, Uganda,
Dar es Salaam.
Yes.
So Uganda is what, Kampala.
Kampala.
Right.
Been to South Africa.
Joburg.
Yes.
Pretoria.
Yeah.
Soweto,
and I've been
Cape Town.
I've also been to Zambia.
Okay. So Zara or something.
Yes, I've been to. I remember I went to a town called Kitwe. I've gone to Ndola. I've been to Lusaka.
Okay, Lusaka. Right.
Yeah. I've been around. I've been around. Yeah.
A lot of East and Southern countries.
Yes.
Do you visit the West more often? I mean, how frequent do you visit West African countries?
Now, of late, it's been Togo, Ghana, and Sierra Leone. Because my company that I chair, Tradeex Consult Africa, has a presence in Ghana and in Sierra Leone.
Right.
And of course, its birthplace was Kenya.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the most livable city in Africa you've been to?
The most
livable?
In Africa?
Yeah.
There are several. Dar es Salaam is not a bad place.
You enjoy Dar es Salaam?
Yes. I enjoy Nairobi. I enjoy Accra.
Okay.
I also enjoy Lusaka.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you are to rank them, your favorite to be Nairobi?
Yes, and second would be Ghana.
Accra?
Yes.
For political reasons?
For?
Political reasons.
Well, I'm not a politician. I'm a
I mean, for socially correct reasons, you have to appease your mother's side or your father's side.
Well, that is a factor. That is a factor. That definitely is a factor. Yes.
When you compare Accra to Nairobi, what difference do you see?
Ghanaians are more friendly, and they're more hospitable, and apart from the heat,
Ghana is hot, man.
Yeah, it's very hot.
No, Kenya is too cold.
Yes.
Kenya is cold.
That's what every Ghanaian says.
Yeah.
I remember when my uncles used to visit us when we were growing up.
It's really cold in the evening.
And they used to complain that Kenya is too cold.
Yeah, but you also say Ghana is too hot.
Oh, Ghana is too hot. You have to be under air conditioning.
Yeah, I noticed there's no air conditioning in all the rooms and houses I've been to here.
No, they don't, unless you go to the coastal areas.
That's hot.
Mombasa, it's quite hot. It's like Ghana. Yeah.
But in Nairobi, they typically don't have fans and ACs and all that.
They don't need it.
Because the temperature.
Temperatures are cool. Nairobi is quite high.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you love Nairobi.
I love Nairobi.
The weather here is great for you.
Oh yes, it's great.
And you love the tea.
The tea is yes. I love the tea. I mean, we grew up with tea as opposed to Ghana. When I go to Ghana, I come back. I think I'm how many days old in Kenya since I came back from Ghana? I think probably 10 days.
Oh, you went to Ghana 10 days ago?
I was there for 3 weeks.
Okay.
I came back just 10 days ago.
Okay.
And I had attended the AGI summit in Accra.
Okay.
With some Kenyan products. Yes, so I accompanied the Kenyan businessmen who, on a trade mission, and we're introducing them to the Ghanaian market, and very soon you'll see what you call Kenyan goods, food stuff in supermarkets in Ghana. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Given the difference, our taste in food is quite different, right?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Yes. Ghana has a very large variety of foods compared to Kenya or East African countries. I'll let me compare it this way: West Africa,
West and East,
and East Africa.
Yes.
They have two different kinds of foods, and the varieties in West Africa is very big. It's vast. Compared to what is available in East Africa, but in the traditional foods. But Kenyans have adopted, they eat more of European foods. The urban Kenyans eat a lot of Western foods, as opposed to Ghana. When you go to any restaurant or chop bar,
yes,
everybody is eating fufu, kokonte, and apla, whatever it is, okra. They're eating.
I don't like the way you say akpala at all.
Why?
That's not how we say it.
Oh, all right. Apla.
No.
Apla.
Ow. Say again.
Apla.
Ow. Say akpala.
Apla. Apla. Apla.
Akpala.
Apla.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll take it like that.
Yeah.
Right. So urban Kenyan dwellers eat more European stuff.
Yes.
Right. And then Western, we do more local dishes.
Yeah. You see, in the morning you wake up, and I have my cousins in Ghana. First cousins in Ghana, and they will be eating. They'll be having what you call
wache
for breakfast, wache, and other heavy kenke, and foods that are a bit heavy.
Gobe and beans.
Yes, and then you find that in Kenya you are eating you're drinking tea
for breakfast.
Yes, and having your eggs and sausages.
And they call something chaka or something.
Huh?
CHAK something. Chapa.
Chapati.
Chapati, yes.
Yes, chapatis and so forth.
I had chapati today.
Ah, you did?
It's not nice.
Why? You see, it's good. It's a coastal food.
Come on. Chapati is not nice.
What
they say it's made of flour.
Yeah, but it's bread.
I thought it would be like pancake.
No,
nice.
It's more like a tortilla.
Right.
And you've got to eat it with some accompaniment.
Right.
Right. Try it with shito.
It's good, eh?
Try it with shito.
I can imagine.
Oh, you'll enjoy it.
I can imagine.
You just
chapati with shito.
Yeah.
That's East and West.
Yes.
Combo.
You'll have you'll enjoy it.
I love it. So this is called dawa.
Dawa, yes.
I love it.
Yes.
This is the fourth or third I'm having.
When I'm in Ghana, I make my own dawa.
Yes, I think dawa is great.
Yes,
dawa is the best thing I've seen here.
Yeah.
Usually, back in Ghana, when I have cold or flu or something, I make dawa. I didn't know it's called dawa. So this is basically honey, lemon, ginger.
Yes, and
hot water.
And dawa in Swahili means medicine.
Look at that. So anytime I sip this, know that I'm taking medicine.
Yes. Yeah.
So you are big on tea. We went to the ambassador's residence, and the first question they asked us was tea, water, or coffee.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. That is a common in every house.
Right.
If I invite you to my house, I'll offer you a cup of tea.
Tea.
Yes.
Kenya is big on tea.
It's big. Kenya is a very big producer of tea, just like Ghana is a big producer of cocoa.
Yes. I'm told you produce 40% of the world's tea.
Yes, it does. Kenya, probably even more.
Really?
Probably
I
even
thought
more.
India, the Asians.
Well, they are bigger.
Right.
And they've got bigger farmers.
Right.
But Kenya has a sizable amount of tea farmers, right? And also coffee.
Coffee, yes.
Yes. And those are the things that what we drink. Some of the research I did in some of my trips, I've done between December and now. I think it's 8 trips to Ghana.
Wow.
And some of them were consultative because I had to go around and find out what is going on. I did some data mining,
right,
and found out that the tea that we're drinking in Ghana actually originates from Kenya.
Oh
It is exported to the UK.
And then it's
And then
packaged.
it is packaged here in Mombasa for the UK market.
And then they bring it to Ghana.
And then they bring it to Ghana.
So we can get it directly from Kenya.
Those are the barriers. I'm proud to say that my company partnered in December with the AGI, Association of Ghana Industries, with specific mandate to see how we can break those barriers. And I'm very pleased to say that we are able to, very soon, we'll be seeing a lot more tea and coffee and milk products, the dairy products from Kenya. Yes. So that is what we are working on robustly. So that I think probably in the next 3 months, because there are the issues, they have to pass through the Ghana's Bureau of Standards, and they call it FDA, Food and Drug Security. And so forth. Once that is done, you will see these things on the shelves in Ghana.
Wonderful.
Yes.
We'll talk more about this when we return, because in April this year, I hosted a program at one of the hotels in Accra. President William Ruto was in Accra. I was there. You were there as well? I actually came a day late, but I still met the Kenyan group, and I did a lot of work with the AGA around that. We would get into all the details of all the work you've been doing with the AGA around that. Yeah. And I'm sure for many of you watching, you're business people, some of you are investors, and you're looking forward to putting your money in intra-African trade. And so when I return from this break, I'll be asking my guests what opportunities there are for you to put your money into African businesses, promoting African businesses. This is Beyond Borders on Channel 1 Television. I am Caleb. Good to stay with us.
Looking for the latest buzz in Ghana's entertainment world? Welcome to Ghana Weekend, your ultimate destination for all things creativity and entertainment.
Stay in the loop with breaking news, exclusive interviews, and then insider stories from your favorite creatives and stars. From music, movies, fashion and art, lifestyle and culture, Ghana Weekend brings it all together. Get a daily dose of entertainment, discover new talent, and never miss out on the creativity that defines our vibrant culture.
Stay connected with us across all platforms. Follow us on Instagram with the handle Ghana Weekend, on X Ghana Weekend, on TikTok Ghana Weekend, at Ghana Weekend TV on YouTube for the latest in entertainment, travel, and everything Ghana. Don't miss out. Join the Ghana Weekend family today. Ghana Weekend, where entertainment meets creativity. Visit GhanaWeekend.com now.
Welcome back from that break. This is Beyond Borders on Channel 1 Television, and my name is Caleb Kuda. We are hanging out with our friend, Mr. David Kobla Sosa, who is a Ghanaian and Kenyan as well. Born here 61 years ago, lived here all his life, done a lot of businesses. His father has very huge legacies both in Ghana and Kenya. We're talking pre-colonial administration now. He's looking at more giving back, building connections, and opening both Ghana and Kenya up. This is happening at the governmental level, but as business people too, they are doing their best to enhance that, and that's what we are going to get into. So, Afo David.
MFO.
Afo David, Afo Nye.
Yeah.
Eh?
MFO.
Afo. Like Kenya Gba, like Kenya Dumia. Let's talk opening up Ghana for business.
Actually, the what Nkrumah started when Ghana attained independence, and Ghana was the first country that attained independence. I think what we're doing is we're living his dream.
Who's living his dream?
Us as the business people,
Right.
we are living his dream because when you're from both worlds, Ghana and Kenya, you see a lot of things that can happen between the two countries. And I think it's up to us business people to see what we can do to ensure that we can do trade within Africa.
Right.
And, you asked me earlier how many countries I've been to in Africa. I've been to a lot of countries in Africa. And if you go to Ghana, you wonder why do we have ideal milk that's imported? Why do we have sausages that are imported? Why do we have leather that is imported from Italy? And the people
a lot of imported merchandise.
There's too much imported merchandise from Europe and Brazil, whereas other African countries produce these things.
So, for example, East Africa is rich in leather produce.
Yes.
I saw that in Namibia.
Yes.
Is Kenya big on leather products?
Yes, Kenya is very big on leather products, dairy products. We have tea. We have other things that Ghanaians are enjoying. And we saw that gap, just like I think you met Chris Senanu yesterday.
Yeah.
He is promoting Ghanaian products in Kenya.
Yeah.
And Kenyans are very receptive to those products. They are going to Ghana Trade House to buy those products. It's entrepreneurs like him, myself, and others who want to open the trading in the Pan-Africanist space. Yes. So you asked about opportunities. Yes, those are the opportunities that are there. There is a lot of opportunities. So Chris has a wife from Kenya. So do I. So I have one leg in Kenya,
right,
and one leg in Ghana.
Same as Chris.
Yes. So I cannot ignore what I'm seeing. We need to see how to fill in those gaps. Yeah.
I see that. On the education front, because we have a growing population. We have a very youthful population, in fact.
Yes.
In many parts of the world, you have an aged society, and they're looking for more young people because their workforce is dwindling, their aged are growing.
Yeah.
And there is a huge exodus abroad. And people are concerned that with the kind of youth bulge we are seeing, if we do not train our youth, if we do not use education to make them skilled, so they are either capable of creating jobs or employing themselves, they are going to be a liability, and it's a security threat. As a business person, how do you view this?
Well, I think our children, as opposed to us, our fathers didn't teach us how to be entrepreneurs. We were not born entrepreneurs. We were forced into it. But what I'm seeing is
hunger and necessity push you there.
Yeah. So, but you're told to go to university. You're told to go to school. When you come back from school or university, you're forced into a business. Regardless of what you've studied. So you will be in that business, and it will grow. But you don't know anything else. I think the children of today are a little bit different. They are more exposed. and they look at things differently than we did those days. And even times have changed, and we're able to sit down and reason with our children, and they have. I don't think that there is. Our children are very innovative. So my son is 21 years of age, and he tells me, "Dad, I want to do this." I mean, I'm looking at him and saying, in my time, my father told me, go and finish your education first before you start talking of business. And, he tells me, Dad, I want to open this kind of a business. And
Wow.
this is how, it's going.
envisage it.
Yeah, I envisage it and whatever. And I say, okay, so what do you want me to do? He tells me, you help me get this and this. And he knows what he's talking about.
Right.
And so I think the youth are the future. They are the future. So we what we need to do is nurture them in all aspects of in IT, in carpentry, in mechanics, in whatever sciences that they can that are available. Let them get into it.
Let's talk about Tradeex.
Yes.
It's one of your business babies.
Yes.
You do that.
I'll tell you how it started. I think in 2018, the then High Commissioner, Mr. By the way, I'm the president of the Ghanaian community in Kenya.
Oh, you're the president of the Ghanaian community in Kenya?
Yes.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
What's the size of the Ghanaian community here?
It's quite sizable. I think we're about 400.
Wow.
400. I'm not very sure, but I'll look at my list again.
So like 400 each with their own household.
Yes, and families, and then we also have students, which are about 60 or 70 of them.
Wow.
But I'll liaise with yes.
Great. Tradeex. You're telling me about your business, Tradeex.
Yes. It started this way in 2018. The then High Commissioner, Mr. Tenkoren.
Tinkran.
Yes, Tinkran. Okay. Had a function at his residence, and he invited me, and then he told me, "Look, Mr. Sosa, you know both worlds, Kenya and Ghana. There are so many things. I mean, Ghana and Kenya did what you call the AGI and GEPA and the Export Promotion Council of Kenya have done comparative studies on trade, what they can do with each other. And I saw the report, and it's a 160-page report. And Mr. Sosa, there's a lot of things that you can do. So I went for the validation ceremony where the report was given to the High Commissioner. That when we went for the validation, he was not with us. His deputy came, and he received the report, and I saw indeed there was a lot of business, and my business partner Pauline told me, David, I think we need to get into this, and we got into it. We started doing studies and seeing what can be done. And we realized that there was a lot of opportunities in Ghana. And we found that, Kenyans were actually consuming products that were brought informally.
Right.
Like shea butter and so forth. People used to just go to Ghana and come back with shea butter. They'll come back with, material, and they will take sandals from Kenya.
Right.
The Maasai sandals and other products, other, things to Ghana. And we looked at that and said, why can't we grow this? Let's look deeper and see what we can do. Of course, I started creating what you call the Ghana business safari, where I was going to take business people to Ghana, and also the Kenya business safari, where I was going to bring Ghanaian businessmen to Kenya. But in the middle of all that, COVID came, and we stopped we couldn't travel, and there were all these restrictions. So I picked it up last year when the Honorable Lecha visited Kenya.
Walter Regional Minister.
Yes, and he's a stepbrother to Makonnen.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so he came. And, he told me, please, try and see what you can do.
Right.
And I that dream of yours. Oh, of course. In between, I also became a bit sick. I've got some condition.
Oh, sorry.
So, I had to look after myself. But by the time he came early last year, I was okay. I was, back on my feet and so forth. And he told me, I think you'd better move and, push this thing.
Right.
So when the president came, when was it? Last December? No, it was September last year.
Okay, last year.
Yes. We had a reception at the Carnival restaurant. He was so I had time to talk to him, and he also encouraged me to come to Ghana and see what opportunities are there. And this is it.
Right.
Yeah, so what Chris is doing in Kenya is what I'm doing in Ghana.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you're taking Kenyan products to Ghana.
Yes.
Chris is bringing Ghanaian products to Kenya.
Kenya, yes.
That's exciting.
Yes. So that is how it is. Yeah.
What opportunities does this portend for the African continent?
Well, it's early steps. It's early, but I think if we keep at it, we'll be trading amongst ourselves more vibrantly. We're waiting. The governments are also being very helpful. The barriers that were there before
Yes.
are being eased off. Kenya and Ghana don't have any restrictions on visa requirements and things. All that is, out of the window. And they're also opening the trade space, which is encouraging. And we'll be able to trade more vibrantly. So there is hope for Africans to trade amongst themselves.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you a question on that point on 3 fronts. For the young African entrepreneurs who are innovating, creating, and building, how can they take advantage of what the government and business leaders like you are doing to bridge the business gap and collapse the walls and boundaries in between the countries? That's at the entrepreneurial level. At your level as business people, what kind of collaboration and understanding are you seeking from others in order to strengthen this collaboration? And at the governmental level, what more can be done to make business, intra-African trade more, much more easier? Because I think that the West will not sit down, fold their arms, and see Africa vigorously trade among themselves when they are the ones who are enjoying the volumes more. They might retaliate, and they will certainly.
I'll probably answer it this way.
Right.
His Excellency President Akufo-Addo, in his early days in power, blasted the West. And he has been in the forefront with the former president of Kenya in the inter-Africa trade.
Right.
And those barriers I mean, it's implementing those changes is not going to take a day. It's going to take a while. So the presidents are working, the countries are working, but it's up to us, private sector people, to push them to to open the space wider.
Right.
So that is what we're doing. We're all playing our roles in that area. For the youth, I was particularly impressed with the youth. I gave a talk in the during the Volta Fair,
Right.
and there was the youth, the Volta youth, and the Volta women as well.
Right.
Now the youth were farmers. They organize themselves into small groups.
Cooperatives.
We're getting to that.
Okay.
They haven't
Yet gotten there.
grasped the real essence of a cooperative. And maybe that is where Kenya can come in and teach Ghanaians how to form proper running cooperatives.
Kenya is good on that, right?
Kenya is big on that. The milk that you'll be seeing on the shelves in Ghana are from farmers who are in cooperatives. All the milk in Kenya is from farmers in cooperatives.
Oh, okay.
All the tea, the coffee are from farmers who are in cooperatives.
Okay.
That's why Kenya exports a lot.
Right.
Yeah. So I saw the youth were vibrant, but you see, they are doing what they can.
They need to consolidate their efforts.
They have to consolidate their efforts, and to be able to expand and export. And they also need to learn how to add value to the products. I was shocked to see how innovative the Ghanaian youth are, because I saw that they were even making machines to pound fufu, and things that
people are making chocolate, adding value to the cocoa.
Yes.
Shea butter, they are crimping it, adding essential oils, making clothes, shoes, belts.
Yes,
Great stuff.
They're doing all that, and I'm urging Kenyan businessmen to take advantage of that market, to make sure that they enter the Ghanaian space and export their products to Ghana, just as the Ghanaians are doing now, bringing products to Kenya. Yes.
I like it. And this conversation and a few others I've had here in Kenya is helping me appreciate better what City FM and Channel 1 Television is doing in what we call This is Ghana Fair. So last month, or like the last day of August and the first day in September, 31st to 1st, we do a fair at the AMA forecourt. We call it This is Ghana. Entrepreneurs from various fields bring their innovations and sell to the public. And the whole idea is to tune the taste of Ghanaians to choose Ghanaian products and patronize Ghanaian products, because the preference of the average Ghanaian is skewed towards foreign products. If they see a foreign product, then it's quality.
Yes.
So we've been trying to get more Ghanaians to produce, to patronize more made in Ghana stuff.
Actually, I think I may differ a little bit with the way Ghanaians think about Western products, because when you are eating sausages that is canned, or hot dogs that is canned, the taste is really off. If you eat the sausages that are made in Kenya, it is of a higher quality than those imported ones that are canned. It is, and it's proven. They're of better quality, definitely better
Kenyan
quality.
sausages.
Kenyan sausages.
Much better than canned ones from the West.
Yes. Much better.
I need to visit one of these, and I'm liking the revelations that are coming out from here.
Yes.
So in pushing entrepreneurs through This is Ghana, what our media platform is doing, then we are seeing that more Ghanaian entrepreneurs are also enhancing the quality of their output. Their packaging is getting better.
No,
Their finishing is getting better. And now it's on
they're
Kenyan
adding-
market, and
they-
Kenyans are loving it.
They are adding value. In fact, every time I come from Ghana, everybody is asking me, "Did you bring chocolates? Did you
Right.
bring shea butter? Did you
Right.
bring cocoa butter?"
Right.
You know, these days I'm able to refer them to Ghana House.
Right.
Ghana Trade.
There's everything there.
There's everything
From palm wine.
from palm wine
to sandals.
to sandals. Yes, everything is there. And Chris has done a tremendous job. He's done a tremendous job. And I mean, the Ghana government should really commend him for that. Yes, he's really an ambassador, a trade ambassador, Ghana trade ambassador to Kenya.
It goes to also tell why we must leverage the experiences of Ghanaians in the diaspora.
Yes. Well, you know, what I would say is, let me put it this way. When I told you that I visited a golf course in Ghana, and you know, I walked the whole length of the golf course. This is somewhere in
Achimota.
Achimota, yes.
Yeah.
And you know, I walked around the whole golf course, and you know, I told the gentleman, Mr. Crab, that they need to make it bigger, wider, and more challenging. Ghanaians are willing to move. You know, and I talked to him about the golf estates and so forth, and he told me, by the way, we want expertise from Kenya, and you know, build modern golf facilities and modern homes, you know, where people can retire and so forth. And I told him, yes, let's do it. And he told me, the people are here. We have the land, we have the money. Let's do it.
Right.
We just need, you know, to leverage on, you know, what you people have, and then, you know, we train our people in Ghana to do the same. So yes, there's a lot they can learn from the diaspora. Chris himself has, I think he has told you what he has done in Kenya. You know, on IT, as an entrepreneur and so forth. He's done quite a bit. And,
By the way, I see your housing in Kenya. Flats.
Yes.
Some of them I'm not able to count.
Yes.
When you look at their housing in Kenya, you come to Ghana, you look at their housing. What do you see?
Well, there's a big difference.
Yeah.
I mean, it speaks for itself.
Tell me about it. If I say it, they will say, "Oh, because I've traveled, I am talking down on what we have." So you tell me what you see. What's the difference?
Well, there's a deficit in modern housing in Ghana. There's a big deficit, but I think it's we in the diaspora will change that. We will help change that, because I would like to live in what I'm living in here in Kenya, back home.
How good is it?
Well, you will see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see. So, you know, that's a kind of housing that you'd want to see. I mean, you've been around, and you, like you said, you've seen there's a big difference.
Some of the flats, like 50 flats. Like
Okay,
50 floors and things.
maybe I would say that Ghana is more controlled,
Okay.
in the sense that there's more, you know, they don't go too far up.
Yeah.
So to me, that's more controlled. You know, you also don't want to build a concrete jungle. What I'm talking is just modern, modest housing.
Yeah. Affordable.
But affordable housing. Kenya is transforming into affordable housing. They're you know, rent to own. Ghana can learn a lot from Kenya in those areas. Rent to own. Kenya is just unleashing the rent to own concept, and I think Ghana will also borrow from that as well, so that everybody can own a home. You know, paying less than $30 a month.
Wow.
Rent to own. That concept is coming on, but there has to be some control in you see all these you see around here were single dwelling units. Now you're finding 250 people on an acre of land. Because
do they have water on the last floor?
Well, those challenges are there, but they're able to build boreholes and storage facilities.
Because in Ghana, after the third floor, water is not coming up.
Yeah, you have to build. You have to create the infrastructure to.
We have the fresh water bodies anyway.
Yes.
Which we are busy polluting.
Yes.
Have you seen that?
No, of course. That is something that the Ghana government should really look into, because you can't degrade your water bodies to that extent.
Is that something that can ever happen in Kenya?
No, not to that extent. There will be a lot of resistance.
Yeah, because if you have forests in your city, they are big on trees. I'm told you can't fell a tree anyhow.
No, you
but
can't.
We are clearing forest reserves to mine gold.
Yeah, but you see that is where the government. I will say this: the government has gone wrong there.
And you think it's failed there?
Yes, that is wrong. They have to maintain the trees in the country. Without trees, you degrade the environment totally. So that one is wrong. Yeah.
Afro David.
Yes.
Kobla.
Yes.
Sosa.
Yes.
Aba echofika.
Sope.
La fika. Fika sope ala.
No. I can't give you the exact location, but I'm from both the ends of the copy.
Na vagia na fukana.
Okay.
Mara akplan zozi.
Okay.
Le fatri dachi. Boy bese na noma.
I'll be. Yeah. That is proper.
I thank you.
Thank you very much.
I've enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you very much.
I've learned so much from your experience, your wealth of experience, and I'm sure our Ghanaian audiences back home and around the world have done the same.
Thank you.
Thank you for putting your expertise at the exposure and benefit of your fellow compatriots back home, and indeed on the rest of the African continent. You are inspiring many others who are abroad to contribute their quota towards building the continent. And we really appreciate you. And we wish you good health.
Thank you very much.
Long life as you put your expertise to the service of the continent.
Likewise. Thank you very much. Yeah. Asante sana.
Asante sana.
Yes.
Karibu.
Ape.
Thank you for watching. This is Beyond Borders on Channel 1 Television. My name is Caleb Kuta. Thank you so much. Keep watching Channel 1 TV.